In a world obsessed with likes, followers, and fleeting fame, one young man rose to online stardom, only to become infamous for something far darker. This isn't just a story of a murder, it's a story of a generation chasing validation through screens. And what happens when those screens start to crack? This is the story of the TikTok killer, an influencer by day and a cold-blooded killer by night. What happens when the facade of perfection masks a growing darkness? Stay with me. Our story begins in Ottawa, Canada, a quiet, snow-laced city known more for politics and peaceful suburbs than bloodshed. It's here, in 2020, that a 21-year-old named Lucas Wexler was quickly rising through the ranks of TikTok fame. Tall, clean-cut, and with the kind of effortless charm that made followers swoon, Lucas had over 500,000 fans hanging on to every lip sync, every comedic skit, every emotionally charged stare into the camera. But behind the ring lights and viral dances, there was a different Lucas. One not choreographed, not filtered, just raw rage and spiraling obsession. He wasn't just addicted to attention, he was addicted to control. Lucas had always craved the spotlight. Former classmates from his high school in nearby Gatineau described him as charismatic, but manipulative, a chameleon, the kind of person who could charm a teacher into a better grade, then turn around and humiliate a friend in private. After dropping out of community college, Lucas moved into a small downtown apartment where he transformed his bedroom into a makeshift studio. Blackout curtains, LED strips, a camera always rolling. He told his followers he was grinding, but in truth, his world had shrunk to a 12 by 12 room of fantasy. It was during this time that he met Emily Chen, a 19-year-old art student, sweet and soft-spoken, with a growing online presence of her own. They met through TikTok, started collaborating, and before long, they were dating. To followers, they were perfect, the e-boy and the artist, cute, quirky, and hopelessly in love. But in private, it was something far more sinister. Emily's friends started noticing changes. She stopped responding to texts. She missed classes. And when she did show up, her eyes were ringed with exhaustion. Her spirit dimmed. Lucas had become controlling, jealous of her interactions online, demanding to approve every post before she made it. He accused her of chasing clout without him, of being disloyal to the brand they were building together. Behind the scenes, Emily was trying to leave. She told a close friend she felt scared. Lucas had threatened to ruin her online if she ever walked away. No one knew just how serious he was. It was a cold night in January 2021. Ottawa was blanketed in snow. The streets were mostly empty as lockdown kept people indoors. But inside Lucas's apartment, something terrifying was unfolding. Neighbors reported hearing loud thuds, something hitting a wall. Then silence. At 11:48 p.m., Lucas posted a TikTok. Just 10 seconds long. A slow pan across his apartment, candlelight flickering, a low, eerie music track playing. The caption read, "This is where it ends. FYP. Goodbye." Hours later, Emily's roommate called police. Emily hadn't returned. Her phone was off. She'd said she was just going to Lucas's to grab her things. She never came back. When police arrived the next morning, they found a nightmare. Emily's body wrapped in a blanket in the bathroom. She'd been strangled. Her phone was missing. Lucas was gone. But the camera, still on, still recording. The manhunt for Lucas Wexler gripped the nation. His face dominated social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, news outlets. The TikTok killer was trending worldwide. Then, 5 days later, another TikTok. Uploaded from a dingy motel room outside Montreal, over 200 kilometers from Ottawa. Static for 6 seconds. Then a whisper. "Do you miss me yet?" Police traced the location within hours. They found Lucas in a motel room, sitting calmly on the bed. One phone in his hand, Emily's in the other. He didn't resist arrest. He didn't say a word. Lucas was charged with first-degree murder. In court, he was eerily composed, only speaking once to say, "If I couldn't have her, no one should." The prosecution portrayed him as a narcissist obsessed with fame, someone who saw Emily not as a person, but as a piece of his brand. Someone who blurred the lines between real life and content until murder became part of the show. The verdict? Guilty. Lucas Wexler was sentenced to life in prison, no parole for 25 years. But for many, the sentence brought little peace. Emily's story became a rallying cry for digital safety. Her family launched a foundation to help young people spot the signs of online control and abuse. We scroll, we like, we share, we idolize people we've never met, based on perfectly lit videos and viral trends. But behind some of those smiling faces is a truth far more dangerous. Lucas Wexler wasn't born a monster. He was made by ego, isolation, obsession, and a phone screen that made him feel untouchable. Emily wasn't just a victim, she was a daughter, a friend, an artist. Emily deserved better. In the end, the TikTok killer reminds us of something simple and terrifying. Fame doesn't make you good. Sometimes it hides someone very, very bad. If you or someone you know is in a toxic or dangerous relationship, don't wait. Speak up. You are not alone.